That picture was taken aboard the USS Yancey. It was an AKA 93 cargo ship, and I spent like about 2.5 years on it back in 52 or 53.
If someone had told me 50 years ago that I would end up out here in the boonies, in a shack, I'd have laughed at him. Man that owned this homestead put this up with the thoughts of perhaps having a roadhouse stopover from the railroad. There was a team of horses in a freight wagon, and they would ferry the miners from this location up into the various creeks where they mined for gold. And that's how it kind of started as a community. I think we have a total on this side of this Ferry Bridge. I think there's something like 11 households, and there's only about 20 people, men, women, and children total. It's a pretty inconvenient place to live. And that you cannot drive to your home. You have to cross the railroad bridge. So it'll never amount to anything as far as population's concerned. I moved from Fairbanks to Ferry in 1983. I just kind of lost my fervor for being concerned about, what's next year going to be like, or what's life going to be like when I'm 70 or whatever. I really believe the more you simplify your life, the greater chance you have of reaching what I consider contentment. And I just think it's beneficial to just get it down to basics. Now, it's just an old log house, but it's sufficient. Not what most people would desire, but my needs are filled. The female gender is a little more prone to desire just basic conveniences, and I just haven't provided those. There is a building adjacent to this one. The front half of the building is log, and they tell me that was built in 1910, and that was the post office for Ferry. I put a little bar in the front room in the area that used to be the post office, and it makes a really nice little party house.
DeVere is my great-grandfather. I think his cabin's really cool. It's got a lot of old stuff in it.
He's a pretty cool guy. The stuff he's collected over the years just tells stories beyond stories.
DeVere has a lot of stories he can tell. It's nice. There's never silence.
We have a tradition here where it started 32 years ago. We decided to have a party on the 4th of July, and it got to be a pretty big affair. People from quite a distance away were coming to the Ferry yard parties. One of the things that's kind of unique with the Ferry yard party is that we make a point to moon the northbound passenger train. We mooned the train, and still do, because it's kind of an unusual experience. I tell people it's like when that train goes by here, the cameras are going off, and it really looks like the opening pitch of the World Series. I mean, they are ecstatic, and it's a memory for them. To me, it's just a kick.